So I did just watch a video on FD Signifier's actual channel, and it's why Coming to America is the favorite black movie of my generation. It's like one of his first videos. Black Media Breakdown number 3, Black Masculinity in the Movies. It looks like and Will Smith and, well, whatever. I don't know. I love Coming to America. I love watching, well, I don't have it anymore because I don't like saying it out loud. My copy of Coming to America and Trading Places is lost. But I love watching both of those movies. I just felt like that's a good pair to watch together. Seems like you had to go deep into his video record in order to get videos that aren't like an hour plus to watch. That's basically where I wanted to, I didn't want to at least start with videos that are like ridiculously long. Why is there no in between? I'm guessing because it looks like it's got Will Smith now. Will Smith. Is that the In Pursuit of Happiness Will Smith, or is that? I think that's In Pursuit of Happiness Will Smith, and not Concussion Will Smith. He said something about having like some video that did something that I was like curious about, and I don't remember seeing it. I'm interested in this. What makes anime so appealing to young men? Because it's awesome. And because it's usually just kind of simple. It's like a cat video. You don't really have to put a whole lot of thought into it. I don't put thought into it, really. If other people put a lot of thought into anime, I think they're watching it wrong. The greatest rapper of all time, Eminem and the White Rapper Problem. The youth needs your help. That's a 13-minute video. That might be a little too short. Kanye was never good. Uh-oh. How the F did Trump actually win? Well, I think both of us agree on that one. Okay, I'm gonna watch how Zohran Mamdani can save the left, but he was talking about like making. Again, he was talking about making like videos like something. Well, and this one says how Hotep became a slur. Like, I want to know how Hotep became a word because I never even heard that before. Like that itself is new to me. So black cops won't save us either. Really? Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry anyone thought insert anything cops would save you. I got another one for you. Robot cops. Mm. I, I got like white people, black people, Latino, Asian people. Watch the out for robot cops. Oh man, rich people want those cops. Human cops. Watch out for robot cops. I am telling you, watch out for robot cops. They are itching to make that happen. Like you don't think that's a thing, cops. You don't think that's a thing? Oh yeah. Oh, oh man, they are so dying to replace you. Oh man. You're like, oh, our job is secure. Oh man. I got another joke for you. It's called, yeah, sure. All right, I'm gonna watch that Mom Downey video. I can't remember what I just started saying. Whatever. Um, I hate that. I hate because I went back into freaking Ebony instead of Marches. But watching his Mom Donnie video. This is FD Signifier, by the way. Watching his Mom Donnie video. So that's what I'm doing. Because he said white people don't watch videos. So I'm watching his videos. All right? I'm doing it. I don't want to, but you know, like, you can't tell me what I can and can't do. Or want to and don't want to do. I don't want to do it, but I'm doing it because you can't tell me what I do and do not want to do. No, not this white boy. This white boy is defiant and, like all of that stuff. So, like, yeah. I love something he just said. He said, ironically, on the left, we struggle with non binary thinking. I don't know. I just want to say that right now because that was very cheeky, and I love stuff like that. So yeah. Okay, so dude just said it's a 7D game, and yeah, I went to take a piss, and I was just like, people people keep upping chess because everybody's like, oh, he plays 4D chess. Oh, he plays 5D chess. This dude just said it was 7D chess. Chess is two dimensions, and it's also boring. So, yeah. Apparently, Star Trek has 3D chess, which is a mystery to me, but whatever. I think he's going to go into how um, Mamdani and democratic socialists can move the Democratic Party away from corporate Democratic Democrats or something like that. Let's see. I can't believe I am just finding out from this dude that Obama's opponent in a Senate race was a guy that was, whatever, married to 7 of 9, and he would like go to clubs and try to get her to like into a threesome or something. Like he was a freak, and he would try to like do freaky shit with her. I was like, dude, so like this dude couldn't like keep the freakiness in check to be like, I'm running for Senate, and here's 7 of 9. Like, dude, you could have won if you were just been like not an idiot and like trotted out 7 of 9. Like you probably could have used that, but no, you're an idiot. You want to like let your little brain fucking get in the way of your big brain. Plus, ruin your marriage. And you have that. Like, men be dumb. Dude, like, seriously. That's just horrible. How do you have, and now I'm going to sound like an asshole, like even more of an asshole than normal. How do you have Star Trek's replacement, well, Star Trek's one-up Star Trek Voyager's Boobs McGee? That's kind of an inside joke between me and another friend of mine. Because every Star Trek series has a Boobs McGee. This is not to insult Jerry Ryan, by the way. But how do you ruin the relationship with that? Like, seriously. That's just like, dude should be ball punched by every guy that sees him. Like, seriously. Like, it's just, man, ugh, that's horrible. It's horrible. How do idiots get to have that? And it's just like, man, women, seriously, women, what are you doing? Why do you let yourself be drawn to horrible men? Oh, so much. Especially you hot women. You just get drawn to such horrible men all the time. Loser ass guys that want to do loser ass shit with you. Choose better. Alright, whatever. I did not know about these criticisms of the Obama years of Obama having more progressive, more left-leaning stuff. The Obama years, for me, I was still very much in my weed fog years. It was getting towards the end of that, but I was still very heavily engaged in smoking weed most of the day. If I was not at work, I was smoking weed. I think during his second, what would that be, 2012? I think sometime during his second term is when I got on disability. because because that's when I sometime around that's when I had my big life altering uh, incident at work, and I was like, that I'm not gonna go through one of those anymore. I'm not gonna take that chance again at work. So I made the decision to really go gung ho towards the disability stuff. Um, I think that's when that happened. Yeah. Okay. But yeah, you just said his Mamdani's policies seem socialist uh, in a country where we had, I'm trying to remember what he said, where we had neoliberal fascist policies and blah, blah, blah. And it's like, I don't know that that's the right way to phrase it, but it's like, my way to phrase it is like, yeah, we had really right wing, super ultra radical capitalist bullcrap. So anything that's functionally uh, a regulated economy, a decently, regulated free market, and a genuinely regulated free market would be a nightmare scenario to these people. It would, you know, to them it would seem like socialism, but that's not really socialism, really. So he's right, yeah. It's like the policies that he's putting in place kind of really aren't like socialist policies. I've said this before a lot of times in a lot of videos. Like they don't want someone like me running shit because my end goal would be federation. It's like federation doesn't have money, you know. Just look at Star Trek, look at Federation. It's like that's what I'm going for. So I mean that's all I need to fucking say. Like that is what I'm going for, and it is doable with this level of technology. It would be much easier, much better with antimatter and replicators and blah 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 blah. But it's doable with this level of technology. Now, so whatever. Let the let the bullshit fly from bullshitters. Um, but I mean, if we had like a half-half, a genuine half-half, which is not possible, because you know the other side, the non-socialist side, will always be. They'll always be like a big, hairy, brawny guy, just like waiting around in the playground, just being like, oh, I got these big fists. I'm waiting to beat everyone down into submission. That's capitalism. It's like they portray the socialists as what I just told, but that's capitalists. That is the innate, the in. That's what they do. I mean, and if you think about it, Of course it is. Of course it is. It's described in what capitalism is. Grow, outcompete, once you're outcompeted, grow more, go to the next competing thing, outcompete them, grow more. Once you have everything, eat up everything, take everybody's everything, and now you're the champion, and everybody else is screwed. There is no interest but self-interest in capitalism. So. As opposed to the other thing, which inherent in the definition is, and this is the theory. I'm speaking purely of the theory here for both. See, this is all theory, by the way. The theory for socialism inherently is everybody's equal, everybody gets what they need, everybody contributes what they can when they can. Both systems in theory are definitely have flaws, so that's why both are in the real world kind of wrong. So, whatever. Real world is not a laboratory, unfortunately. Yeah, and yeah, people are gonna be like, he just said, how are you a leftist? Or how are you a socialist and make money on YouTube? It's like, and say that thing to me, like, oh, you're an ultra radical, blah, blah, blah. It's like, I kind of am, probably. I am way more than him and a lot, probably 99+% of the socialist, democratic socialists, social democrats, whatever. But that's because, and I'm going to sound really arrogant here, I'm better than them. I'm sorry. I'm sorry if I sound like just way more arrogant than all of them, but also I hate working too. Like, I hate working. Sorry. I also did it, you know. I think in a socialist, a really good, well formulated socialist society, though, you really don't really have to do a whole lot of work. You know, it was like, oh man, you'd be working more than 40 hours a week in a social. No, you wouldn't. No, you're grueling work. No, you wouldn't. You might be working 20 hours a week, possibly. You might be. Especially once we, well, whatever. That's neither here nor there. Especially because nobody would actually believe stuff coming from cockamamie nobody that doesn't even have a college degree and blah, blah, blah. Everybody thinks, oh, this guy's a nutter butter. Whatever. And I think, okay, another thing, I think on the left and lefties need to, when push comes to shove, not stand so much on titles. Not, I'm a lefty, I'm a liberal, I'm a socialist, I'm a democratic socialist, all that. When it comes to crunch time, voting time, that sort of thing, we need to be like, all right, who's my guy? Who is my guy that is actually going to do things, has a record of doing things? Who is my guy that has been here before and has taken money from things that have been very sketchy, known to have been sketchy? And who's the guy who has no record of taking money from blah, blah, blah? Who's the guy that looks like maybe he can be trusted? That by the facts look like they can be trusted. At least is wearing the coat of a trusted person. You know? And that's why people are going after Graham Platter. He at least, you know, he's not a suit, basically. The other person was a suit. An establishmentarian suit. He wasn't a suit. He was a soldier, a working man, and all these things. Oh, this. That wasn't it. So, I mean, a much better choice. And that is what you have to do at the time. Now, with voting for people, the before is the before. The really important thing is always, now you're in the driver's seat. What are you going to do? What are you going to do? We're not there yet, but what are you going to do? That's another thing. Like, I thought about this. I was like, because this is a thought exercise I think every American should do. You know, the if I were president thing. And, you know, if I were president, I would love to have Neil Tyson, if not somewhere in my, what do you call it? The staff. What do you call it? Not the chief of staff, but in my appointments, I like to ask him, like, do you want to be an appointment? Like, do you want to be appointed as head of NASA or something like that? If he says no, I don't want any job, I'd be like, fine. Would you like to give me a list of people I suggest to appoint for some of these science positions? Do you know any good people? That I would totally do. I'd be like, I need a list of some good people for, the relevant science and technology positions, because I don't know what the fuck I'm doing here. Like, I trust that you know people because you went to, that thing called university. And you went to some good ones from what I hear. That's kind of cliche, but like, I personally, I get the sense that he wouldn't want a job. I think he's doing fine where he is. So I get the sense that he wouldn't want a job anywhere in the White House, especially anywhere where he would have to do any public speaking and catch loads and loads of dog shit every day. Because you would be catching loads and loads of dog shit. Yeah, that's what you do. You do a great job, nobody notices. You mess up just a little bit, oh, everybody's on you. That is like the description of government work. I was not aware that Obama ever had uh, a filibuster-proof majority, but apparently he just said that for the first year, Obama did have a filibuster-proof majority. I was not aware that apparently for the first year of, I guess, the first term he did. Again, and so again, that was when I was still in my weed haze. I voted for him twice, so you know. But that was when I was just like, check the box and forget. It's called fire and forget. It's like a shoulder fired Sam. Fire and forget. Um, yeah, I was not aware of that because I'm a good old American. I do my duty and go back to the shitter. Uh, but I'm older now and I'm trying to be a little more engaged and pay a little more attention at least, especially during Trump too, when stakes are higher. So, this sucks. Okay, now he's basically talking about you got to keep the pressure on. And you can't just do what I did in 2008 with vote for Obama and walk away and be like, I helped get you into office. Now it's your turn to get everything done. You can't just do that. And the good thing about that is, in that time when I did that, like everything was still kind of functioning and stuff. People still pretty much had jobs and stuff that took care of mostly everything. So like, and by that I mean you had your job and you could work it and it would pay for your stuff and you still had enough at the end of the week to, if you would buy your smoke for the daily, you might even still have money at the end. Like you can still pay, you can still buy enough herbage to get ripped every fucking day. Um, I don't know if you can do that anymore. You might have to have a side hustle as an Uber driver or something in addition to like your regular job. I don't know. I don't work. I don't smoke anymore. I don't drink. Maybe someone can tell me. all I hear from other videos is that everything is way too expensive. But back then, 15-ish years ago, stuff was easier on you. In essence, you both have more free time and less free time because you're either working all the time to not be able to do anything, or you a broke ass mother that don't have a job. And if you're that person, then hopefully you can be the guy that's walking around doing what needs to be done. Unlike me, I'm just sitting here all the time. I should be doing what I just said, but I'm watching videos, typing my thoughts, putting out my thoughts. So, as I say, not I do. But he's talking about New York right there. And, New York, you can go outside and, wrap up a bag of jizz and throw it and hit 15 people. So it is a buttload easier to get in conversation with 20 people than right here. Right here, ugh, man. I feel like I have to go on a walkabout in order to start up a conversation with one person. It is an entirely different monster of effort. If I want to get face to face with an actual live, actual human being, than in a big A city like New York City. So he keeps mentioning Cop City. I don't know if he's talking about, I did a quick search, Atlanta's Cop City thing, but it's apparently a police and fire department training facility thing, which maybe is really big. I don't know. So maybe he's talking about that. I don't know. Whatever. I mean, of course they want to keep spending more money on obey me type stuff. Go and watch They Live. Might as well just start printing it on the money. But yeah. One of the women there just commented a couple times, said Atlanta's cops suing. They're basing it off of Atlanta. So yeah, it's Atlanta. Buffalo, New York, apparently is getting the idea from Atlanta. So it's like, the country doesn't need more cops. I mean, what we need is every police department needs some social workers ready to be deployed on scene with the cops when it's the right thing. It's like active shooter. It's like, okay, maybe not that, but it's like we got a report of a person looks homeless, maybe might be a little mentally unhinged or something like that. It's like instead of sending 3 squad cars with 6 cops, maybe that would be the situation where the social worker, one of the social workers in the police station, with 1 or 2 police officers goes there. Maybe. Instead of the 6 or 10 or 12 cops. I don't know. Oh, revolutionary idea. I don't care if they're black or white or Latino or whatever. You know? We have a different strategy for dealing with policing. It's called being a person. Being a society that gives a damn about the other people in society. So the Zohran video was, whatever. It was normal, perfectly fine. Nothing wrong or outlandish with it. I don't know if that guy lives in New York City or somewhere else. I mean, it kind of seems like he lives in New York, or cares about it. Maybe he did live there at one time. I don't know. All right, well, whatever. Tax rich and he kept rich. Tax wealth, not work. Have a lot of boobs day and boobs night because it's 11 o'clock. I might go to sleep soon. I don't know. I'm probably going to go to bed soon, but am I going to go to sleep? Well, no, that's the question. Boobs.